Man, it sure is hot out there. Hope I've got something cold to drink. Let's see here. I got orange juice, purple stuff, soda. Ooh, what's this?
They call me loser because they love to spread hate. They call me stupid because I didn't graduate. I'm only what I need, certified GED. They call me alcoholic.
Today I want to share with you guys some of my very favorite games for the NES. The NES may easily be my favorite console that I own, and I find myself playing it more than any of the other consoles that I currently have. Now, it was the first console my family ever owned, and I find myself going back to it all the time. Here's the thing though, on my list today, I'm going to share with you my favorite games that are not games like Mario 3 or Contra, not the typical fan favorites that everyone else likes. I would say my list is going to be a bit more obscure. I don't know that I would say hidden gem, but I wanted to pick some different games in the same ones. Now, I will say, the reason that you see Mario 3, Contra, Castlevania, DuckTales, Batman, you see all those games on everyone's top 10 list, is because they are the best games that the system has to offer. They're classics, they're fantastic, blah, blah, blah. We know that. But today, I'm just sharing my other favorites, and I want to say that you may disagree with me. You may think I'm absolutely insane to put some of these games on lists, but hey, it's my list. And if you don't like it, make your own. Number 10, Wolverine, which I'm going to get probably flamed for, is a platformer from LJN in 1991. This game here is your classic, got to go from point A to point B to get your hands on Magneto and Sabretooth. Now, this game, a lot of people aren't huge fans of it. Now, this is not a list of the greatest games, it's just a list of some of my favorite games. I've always enjoyed this one. Now, I do know that some of the flaws, and there's many flaws, that when you get hit, you don't have any invincibility. You just keep taking damage until you die, and your claws take energy. Yeah, that part sucks. But at the same time, as far as LJN goes, this is probably their best game, and I always enjoy playing it. Number 9. Number 9 is Tiny Toon Adventures for the NES. This one here was from Konami, 1991. This game is often compared to Mario 3 in the way that it plays, and it's a pretty good comparison. This is a really fun platformer. You take control of Buster Bunny, and then you pick a teammate from either Plucky, Dizzy, or Furball. The game's got 6 levels. Each one has 3 parts. In the second part, you take on Elmira, which all you gotta do is just stay away from her, and then you get a boss at the end of each level. This game is a lot of fun. It's got just a perfect amount of difficulty, and if you've never played it, which I'd be surprised, go play it. Number 8. Number 8 is Gremlins 2, The New Batch. 1990 title from Sunsoft. This one here, I guess you could call a platformer. It's got a little bit different view, though. It's more of a top-down view. This one here, great music, and as you're going to see a recurring theme here, like Sunsoft games always had just fantastic music and were fun to play. The one thing about this game, though, is that this game, especially when you get further into it, gets to be very, very hard at times. But overall, it's a really enjoyable experience, and the way that the game plays with the top-down view, some of the jumps and stuff are kind of hard to make, but it never takes away from how much fun the game is and how much you'll enjoy playing it. Number 7. I may have said no Batman, but I was talking about the original, not Return of the Joker, the Sunsoft 1991 sequel to that original. This one here, I love this game. This game has fantastic music. It's another, like I said, Sunsoft title, so those games were ripe with great music. The boss battles are cool. The shooter parts are amazingly cool. It's a fun game. Everything is perfect for the mood. The music, the colors, everything's awesome. The boss battles where the power's based on like the point values or whatnot. So much fun. It's hard at times, but it's definitely a rewarding kind of hard. Number 6. Number 6 is Journey to Silius. It's another Sunsoft title from 1990. This game actually was based on the original Terminator, but halfway through the programming, they lost the license to it. So they went back and kind of made it's an original game. This game here, the music is so good on this one here. This is one of those games that you can actually listen to the OST, really enjoy it. This game is tough. I've never been able to beat this game without using codes on it. So and I'm a pretty solid NES player, but the boss battles are all really cool. Everything about this one's a lot of fun. And if for some reason you've never played this game, it is totally worth playing. I actually had never played it myself until probably about a year or two ago. And I remember reading about it in Nintendo Power as a kid, but as far as this game goes, it's a great shooter. Get your hands on it, play it. Number 5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Ultra/Konami, 1989. This game here, you use all 4 turtles on your quest to take Shredder out. This game here, I know a lot of people hate because of the difficulty and they complain about it and whatnot, but the music, everything's so cool about it. Only part that sucks is that damn level, and that one there always beats my tail every single time. But overall, this game is an amazing amount of fun. The big thing in this one is you got to keep Don alive as far as you can in this game. Because once you lose Donatello, you might as well just turn the game off. I mean, I know you can find turtles later in the game, but it's never that easy to do so. But this game here, fantastic. I love playing it, and it's my favorite of the Turtles games on the console. Number 4. Oh, Mario Brothers 2 from Nintendo, 1988. I said no Mario 3, but I'm going with my favorite one on the console, and that's Mario 2. I know people are going to flame me for it, but here's the deal. I love using the 4 characters. I don't care that it was originally Doki Doki Panic. I don't care that the whole thing is just Mario having a dream. I love the music in this game. I love the way it plays. Everything about this game makes me happy. The music in it, once again, I can't say enough about it. I played this game a ton over the years. It's my favorite on the console. Not taking anything away from the others, because those are great for a reason too. But if I got to play one of the Mario games, I always go with this one. Number 3. Shadow of the Ninja from Natsumi from 1990. This platformer here lets you take one of 2 characters with no difference between the two, and lets you take either a sword, katana blade, or a hook type weapon. This game here is totally awesome. I love the way it plays. The music in this game is so perfect for it. This game gets a lot of Ninja Gaiden comparisons, and for good reason. I think this one is 1,000 times easier than Ninja Gaiden, but yet hard enough to make you enjoy it. When I found this game about 5 or 6 years ago working in the pawn shop, I took it home. I'd never heard of it. I never remember seeing it in video game magazines. I went home and popped it in and instantly was blown away. This is a game that if anybody's looking for a great platformer on the system, I always recommend this one. And I read that it was released on Virtual Console a few years ago for the Wii. Play this one if you haven't. Number 2. Star Tropics is a RPG from Nintendo. Came out in 1990, and this game here is a game that I read about all those years ago in Nintendo Power, and I never really thought much about. It didn't look like it was that great. I wasn't interested in playing it. However, let me tell you, I picked this one up last summer, and I started playing it, and it quickly became one of my favorite games I ever played. It basically is a island Zelda, more or less. The game has an amazing story. The boy has to go save his uncle. And the music in this game is so perfect for everything that's going on. It's really simple to play, but the further you get into this game, let me tell you, when you get the last couple levels in this game will whip you. This game gets really tough. It had me pretty frustrated at times. And the fact that when you're in the dungeons, you can't move diagonally, that part does get pretty daggone frustrating, especially when you're taking on the bosses. But this game here, overall, I'm disappointed it took me so long to get to it and play it. I'd recommend it for anybody. I will say as well, the final boss battle in this game is quite frustrating and tough. The final boss can kill you with one hit, which sucks big time. The ending of this game, though, is probably my favorite ending for any game on the NES. It may even be my favorite ending for any game on any system I've played. It's fantastic. You've got to play it if you've never played it. And my number one all-time favorite game on the NES, Battletoads. This one here, out of all the games, was the easiest one to put on this list. And I tell you why. This game is not only my favorite game on the console, but it's more than likely my favorite game ever. I love everything about this game, the graphics, the music. Now, a lot of people have heard of this or they know about it because the difficulty level in this game is notorious. But the thing about this game is yes, it is going to beat you. It is going to whip you over and over again. And the only way to get through this one is to play and play and play. I've started playing this game as a small kid, and it took me until I was in my mid-20s to finally be able to get through it and beat it. And this is one of the tough games I can beat just straight up. No codes and no nothing. Although I do use the pause trick on the Clinger Winger stage. Now, this game here has a lot of fast-paced action, vehicle levels, and then you have regular platform levels. This game is like a bad girlfriend in the sense that it abuses you and is relentless, but yet you find yourself coming back for more because something there has got you looking for a little bit extra. Now, this one here, some of these levels, I couldn't ever imagine somebody going through it on their first try and beating it. It's crazy. Never has any game frustrated me in such a way that this one did. But after every time, I just kept coming back. This game, one of the tough things is that there is no room for error in a lot of these levels, in the vehicle levels as well as the rat race. One little tiny mistake and you're screwed. Very frustrating in that regard. The final boss, super easy, which is kind of cool after taking a beating for the game. But if you've never played this game, play it. If it's hard, stick with it. I promise it's worth it. So that's my top 10. As you see here, I got some honorable mentions. Now, these ones here, I had a hard time with that 10 spot. All these games here could have easily taken that 10 spot if Wolverine hadn't been so sentimental to me. They're all fantastic. If you've not played these, you definitely need to go give them a try. But what do you think? What are your favorite games on the NES? And not the easy ones to pick like Mario 3, Contra, Metroid. What are some of your other favorites to play? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching and stay tuned.